You guys told me don't get a Kia. Told me don't get a Kia. What did I do? I got a Kia.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
Probably buying a new car after I just finished nursing school.
Here is your reminder. If you are wanting to buy a GMC Yukon Denali, don't do it.
Okay, so we have a solid de-influencing video for you today because we're going to be taking a look at people who regretted buying their vehicle. High MSRPs, high car payments, and constant decline in quality all culminates into many people having buyer's remorse, and the number is only increasing as time goes on. We have a lot of examples to go over today along with comments from you guys from previous videos, so if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below, but let's just jump right into it.
Here is your reminder. If you are wanting to buy a GMC Yukon Denali, don't do it. Because I got in my car ready to take my kids to school and it won't start.
Well, I just got my 2021 Palisade back for the 8th time since June. My 2021 Palisade now has a brand new engine, a brand new alternator, a brand new radiator twice, and brand new heater core, brand new transmission, all done in the last 5 months. It has been such an experience.
Alright, if anybody is out there looking to purchase the new 2026 Chevy Equinox, I would advise to not do it. I just bought a car less than 24 days ago for the Labor Day sale, and it's currently been in the shop twice. And I got a call yesterday saying there is now an engine problem and a computer problem. So honestly, if you don't know, never buy a Chevy Equinox. Don't do it.
Okay, so I'm going to cut it off there. You guys get the gist. We could truly sit here for hours with example after example of these cars just being a horror show. However, the last couple of examples with the Equinox I thought was particularly interesting. We can go over to the comment section. 2 engines later, I still have this terrible car. I had 2 of them and they were awful. Why did you get the second one if the first one was already terrible? Yeah, we had one that went through 2 engines because they kept burning oil. We're seeing the same comments from different users over and over again. I mean, another one up on screen right now of a Buick Enclave having transmission issues, even though it's basically brand new. But especially when we're talking about the SUVs, this is what gets people all the time. We'll go over to the description. Point me to the best mom car. I'm sick. Trading it in immediately. Having a brand new mom car to show off to everybody else is the latest flex that we're seeing. And because of that, people are making some pretty poor choices when it comes to vehicles. I asked you guys in the comments, do you know someone who regrets buying their vehicle? I know someone who replaced their work truck with a 2025 full-size Chevy pickup. His payments were over $1,000 a month and it was $81,000. It was in the shop 3 times the first 10 days. His loan term was 6 years, and before he made the second payment, he told his friends he was so sorry he jumped into this. And as we're going to see a little bit later, 6 years is extremely common. People are pushing it out to 7 and 8 years now, but it being in the shop 3 times before the second car payment of $1,000 without insurance is paid. I honestly don't know what I would do. I'm just glad I'm not in that position.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
Probably buying a new car after I just finished nursing school. That was like kind of like I shouldn't have did that.
How's that a bad financial decision?
Because I still was like getting adjusted to my career and like, you know, still like trying to figure things out. And then I still had another car that I was still paying on. So it's like, why would I jump up and buy another one? You know, that's everything.
Yeah, you got it like as a gift to yourself?
Yeah, basically for like all my hard work, you know.
Yeah. What's that car payment looking like?
For the first one, it's like $460. And then the second one is $760 something, almost $770.
Wait, so you spent on both? Both car notes?
Paying on both. Yeah.
Less insurance? That's like over $1,500 for 2 cars, huh?
Yeah, so it was a bad decision to be honest, but
Damn.
Your first vehicle wasn't even paid off, and after insurance you were paying $500 a month for that. But then as a gift to yourself, you decided to tack on an extra $700 a month for a second one. It's very interesting that a lot of people reward themselves with a financial burden, which just adds more stress into their life overall when they've already just gone through a stressful time, going through nursing school, finally getting a job. I feel like one of the goals to making a lot of money and having a sizable amount of wealth is to take off as much stress from your life as humanly possible. But I guess some people just do the opposite. $1,500 but not hitting six figures, that's insane. Sell the other car. Another comment from one of you guys, my mother bought a 2013 Ford Escape for $7,000. And that year she dropped $25,000 to fix it? At what point would you think to just scrap it and buy something else if you're putting that much money into it? The whole time I've been telling her to sell it, even the first day she got it, I said to take it back. I'm still screaming, it's in the shop right now and has been in the shop more than we've had the car. And the $25,000 that it cost to repair doesn't even cover all the rental costs because Ford doesn't give you a loaner car. I am pretty sure that that model of Ford Escape has a lot of issues, so I guess that meant that there was no research done before it, and because of that you spent almost 4 times the price of the car just trying to fix it to be able to drive on the road. Wow.
Okay, we're gonna talk about car payments. Get ready. Okay, so my car payment currently is $1,100 a month. I know, it's very scary, and I wish I was joking. But once upon a time, I was young and dumb, and I was part of very irresponsible decisions. And now I'm literally paying the price. So anyways, I have a 2024 Toyota Highlander, which I absolutely love. No complaints there. It's just obviously the price. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just stuck.
All right, so there were a few things there. She said she was young and dumb, and in the past she made poor financial decisions, but then goes into saying that she had a 2024 Highlander. So this kind of just happened. We're still in 2025, right? Let alone the fact that you are paying $1,100 a month for a Toyota Highlander. I'm not saying overall the vehicle is bad, but that price for a Toyota still just seems crazy to me. Again, does not count insurance, so it's even more. But I mean, Toyota is pretty popular right now, so the negative equity might be minimal, but no matter what, you still are going to lose money if you do try to trade out of it. I don't know. I still can't get over the fact that a Highlander is now $1,100 a month. Another comment from you guys. My finance friend bought a slightly used Mercedes sedan. Very soon found out it was a money pit in terms of fuel and expensive repairs. The motor for the side mirrors folding automatically cost $3,000. He then bought a new Hyundai Tucson, and recently the engine exploded. Crankshaft and piston. So this guy is batting 0 for 2 right now. But keeping on the subject of Mercedes, we have this clip that is a picture perfect example of somebody buying a vehicle just for the badge on the front and back.
Yeah, it's a front wheel drive A-Class with no options, 98,000 miles. It doesn't even have a premium package.
I didn't see it on there, no.
Well, this is not much redeeming about this particular car. Yeah, literally 0 options. This car had an MSRP of $35,090. Hard to believe.
Yeah, that's insane.
But you know, the A-Class being the entry-level car and front-wheel drive, so no charge for Formatic.
Right.
And not a single option. 17-inch wheels, no premium package, so it's got the little tiny screens.
Yeah.
And it's worth $7,500. I mean, it's got a bad Carfax to top it all off.
It's a 12.5 negative.
A lot of damage on it.
She's hoping to be around $700 a month on something new, but we gotta roll $12,500 into something.
Well, yeah, so that's about, what, $400 a month in negative?
All just to be able to drive that Mercedes, right? Still being upside down $12,500 in a car that's only worth $7,500, but that's what happens when you buy the basic entry model vehicle with 0 options. And even with vehicles getting more and more expensive nowadays, you could have taken that $35,000 MSRP and most likely gotten some other sedan, maybe even slightly used, with a lot more features and reliability. I'd rather have a fully loaded Camry than a bare bones Benz. There you go. She bought a car with no features for the badge. How on earth are people so upside down in vehicles? Well, this particular one, how many times have you even seen A-Class on the road? Nobody really wants these things in the first place, so if you do buy it, the secondhand market is going to be brutal. On top of it, of course, still being a luxury brand, they depreciate faster. Another comment from you guys, I worked at a nationwide rental car company. Rented all kinds of cars, and all the different Jeeps, Wagoneers, Wranglers, Gladiators were by far the most returned via tow truck compared to all of the other cars that we rented. So I think this is a good segue to some of the clips that I still see from dealerships trying to sell these onto you.
Just took in a 2024 392 Rubicon, has 2,000 miles on it, gonna be selling it for around 82,000. Let me know if you're interested.
$82,000 for a Jeep Wrangler. I know it's got the bigger engine in it, but we could go straight over to the comments section. The first one is people laughing. Is that in Turkish lira or US dollars? You could keep it. $20,000 best I could do. How much are you selling that $45,000 Jeep for? But it's red and way overpriced. What's going on? How much will it be in a year when you still have it? I love seeing these videos pop up on my For You page because I immediately go over to the comments because they're so funny. We could just keep going on with another example here.
People are saying this vehicle right here absolutely kills the Toyota RAV4. Let's check it out. So here it is. This is the 2026 GMC Acadia Elevation.
That's literally all we have to see for the rest of that clip. We could cut it off right there. We could see the screenshot with 42 likes on this TikTok and 236 comments. You could probably take a wild guess and see where this is going. I'll take a Toyota over a GMC every day. You can't beat the reliability of a Toyota. Only GMC dealers say this. The Acadia is terrible. You're kidding, right? No mechanic is ever saying this. RAV4 is crushing that. And another comment from you guys here talking about Toyota. I regret buying a RAV4 hybrid, not because of the car, but because of the markups. So with it being more known that Toyotas have better reliability compared to the Acadia that we just saw, we're still seeing outrageous prices in 2025. I mean, here's a RAV4 clip.
Over $49,000 for a Toyota RAV4. I can't believe that a Toyota RAV4 can even cost this much, and they're going to keep selling them, but they have much. I mean, they start in the 30s. So to see one go up $20,000 because of leather and maybe a hybrid system or something, that's insane, man. That is insane. Then you got to deal with the Gulf State add-ons. It's just a complete mess right now.
So does that look like it's worth $50,000 to you? I don't think so. The markups on top of it being fully loaded still must be insane because I'm pretty sure the last time I looked it up, if you get the hybrid top trim model, it's around $40,000 or $42,000 marked up all the way to $50,000, and dealerships still have the nerve to do it because the brand is so popular right now. And something I wanted to add into this video does depend on what state you live in, but it's not just the monthly car payments and the insurance and the maintenance and gas. You might also have to pay a yearly tax just to be able to drive around in your vehicle.
I live in Virginia, and in Virginia, even if you own your vehicle, you still have to pay taxes on it every single year. It's called personal property taxes, and it can affect your cars, trailers that you have, campers, RVs, boats, anything along the lines of that. Even though you pay taxes on it when you purchase it, you're still going to pay taxes on it every single year, even if it's paid off. So let's review our bill because it just came in the mail yesterday. The way it works is the county gets an assessed value for your item. So whether that's your car, camper, whatever it is, they give you an assessed value. And then there is a rate per $100 that you pay. This year's rate is $2.35 per $100 of the piece of property that you own. And then they charge you per month that you own that item. So if you had your car for 12 months, they're going to charge you for 12 months. If you owned it for 6 months and then got a different car, they'll charge you for the first 6 months for the first car and then the second 6 months for the second car. But for us to own our personal property in the state of Virginia this year, $2,104.45 is what we have to pay to the county right before Christmas time.
So I could add on to that with my personal experience. I used to live in New Jersey, and moving down to North Carolina, we also have to do this as well. Of course, the bill would be lower if you have an older vehicle that's valued less than a brand new SUV, but that could be just one of the added on expenses to buying a brand new Denali Yukon, right? Some of the comments, Virginia would tax the air you exhale if they could find a way to meter it. So yeah, if you are looking into moving to another state, you have to look at rules like this. Even if you completely outright own your vehicles, you still might have to pay a yearly tax. Now this next clip, I could see into the future. If anybody ever purchases this vehicle, they would probably instantly regret it.
This is absolutely crazy. This is a 2015 Chevy Cruze LT, 86,000 miles, $12,000. You literally could have bought this new. We're very close to that price. And I'm looking at this interior, like, this looks really clean. And then I go to sit down. Like, what? How is the foam disintegrated? Like, that right there, it's metal. Can you imagine spending $12,000 on a car? The driver's seat is so clapped out that you cannot sit in it properly. I feel like I'm sunk into the seat, and then I got a stabbing metal piece in my back. Like, that's the way you want to buy a car.
For $12,000 as well for a Chevy Cruze, 86,000 miles? I have a 2015 Civic, and for around that price, you could get similar mileage, and at least you're in a Honda Civic, something reliable, and will also hopefully not have an absolutely destroyed driver's seat. I really don't know what dealers are thinking when they decide to put this out on the lot, and then they're surprised that it just never sells. It just sits there gathering dust. My Cruze was the worst car I've ever had, a 2013. It's worth $2,500. Yeah, I'm not paying that for a 2015 Chevy. Never buy one of those. Legit, mine was the worst car ever. Nothing but coolant leaks, oil leaks, everything. $1,900 tops, and they're trying to get 6 times that. It really is just baffling to me, but we could go over to what I'm starting to see the term lengths being stretched out to in 2025.
This is insane. 7-year car loans are everywhere now. A shocking 22.4% of new car buyers are signing up for 84-month or longer loans, and 36.1% are going with 6-year terms. People are stretching payments longer and longer in order to afford new cars that now average about $50,000, and it sounds doable until you see the fallout. Nearly 1 in 5 buyers are paying over $1,000 a month, and negative equity on trade-ins hit 26.6%, with the average underwater balance roughly $6,754. Now, sure, longer terms lower monthly payments, but they also cost you way more over time. The extra interest on an 84-month loan can add up to thousands compared with a 5-year term, and negative equity locks you into a cycle where you keep rolling debt into the next car. That affordable monthly payment can become a lifelong trap if life ever changes for you.
And that's when it starts becoming very difficult, when you do realize that you regret your purchase. You shouldn't have gotten the $60,000 Wrangler. Or to be honest, most modern vehicles today. The depreciation hits the car immediately, so even if you try to trade it in a year or 2 later, you're most likely going to be a part of these statistics with heavy negative equity. And something to add on top of this with the comment section, the engines and transmissions aren't even making it 5 years.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
Getting my dream car.
Getting your dream car?
Yeah.
What was your dream car?
A 2025 M3 G80.
Oh yeah, you got that car?
Yeah, look.
Wait, hold on. Why'd you get it?
Why? That's always been my dream car since a kid.
I know, but like, did you like the motor? Did you like how it drives? Did you like BMWs or?
I like the interior. I like how it drives, so smooth. I like the way it is, like it looks mean.
Yeah, you've always been into like German engineering?
Yeah, I was always into cars since my young age. My dad always showed me cars, and I fixed like cars with him.
Yeah.
Since I always wanted cars.
Okay, I feel that. What's that monthly payment looking like?
So right now I'm paying $1,300.
$1,300 a month?
Yeah.
Without insurance?
Without. With is $1,600.
$1,600?
Yeah, sir.
Is it worth it? He said.
So what I got out of that clip is he's paying $1,600 a month to look cool. The interviewer was even trying to throw him softballs, but all he said is that he fixed cars and he was into cars as a kid. But ever since he was young, his dream car was a 2025 M3. Did he see into the future and know exactly what was going to come out? I don't think so. He didn't talk about any of the older M3s, the E30, E46, E90 maybe. Magically, the G80 is his dream car, huh? He really liked the way the interior looked as well. I mean, at the end of the day, you could do whatever you want with your money, but $1,600 a month, I think he even knows deep down that it's not worth it.
So as you know, the new 6.2 liter L87 engine has a recall for the engine's locking up, loss of propulsion, and this vehicle had this recall done less than 1,000 miles ago. Had the 040 oil updated, new oil cap, and here we have an oil sample. Hold this. The engine has failed in under 1,000 miles of having that recall done. So the 040 is not the fix. The 020 oil isn't the problem. The rod bearings inside these engines are what's the issue.
So imagine buying a pickup truck, having a whole bunch of problems, going through a recall, everything apparently being fixed, and within 1,000 miles, the engine fails. I don't know about you, but I'd regret my purchase pretty heavily. I swear, every time I think about buying a new vehicle, I could just make another one of these videos and just stay as far away from these problems as I possibly can.
I have a 2022 Kia K5 GT line with 22,700 miles. I bought for $34,000. I pay $634.98 a month. My interest rate is 11.49%. and my car insurance is $155 a month. I made a bad financial decision based off of needing a car for my work. My credit is a 630. I tried refinancing with Navy Fed, but they denied me. Trading it in if possible, or should I lease? I've been denied before, but I'm not giving up. What should I do? I have a 630 credit score and Navy Fed denied you. It's probably because of the loan to value is just way out there, meaning that the car is worth 20, you owe 32. You got to put down a negative equity or that difference.
But again, another one of the examples who has $12,000 to get out from being underwater on these vehicles. Not many people. So you just get completely stuck or try to trade it in with the negative equity rolling into the next vehicle. And I mean, if you pick something that likes to depreciate very quickly, that cycle just continues. But we'll keep on the subject of Kias with this next clip.
You guys told me don't get a Kia. Told me don't get a Kia. What did I do? I got a Kia. I got the 2024 Kia Telluride. This thing's not cheap, but I like the way that it looked. We have some friends who have it. They love it. I said, screw the negative public opinion. I'm just gonna go for it. I've had the car maybe 2 months. Month 1, the passenger door handle falls off. Sorry, it doesn't fall off. It was hanging by a wire. I chalked it up as a random defect. They fixed it quickly, no problem. A week later, I'm driving and suddenly my entire dash lights up. My speedometer stops working. So no matter how fast I'm going, it says 0. The lights on my shift don't work, so I don't know if I'm in park or in drive. It also doesn't change on the dash. Lose power steering, so the car becomes very heavy. And then it'll fix itself, sometimes after 5 minutes, sometimes after 2 hours.
Okay, so I'm cutting off this video here because it is only a quarter of the way done. But especially in the past 5 years since COVID, when the new Telluride came out, people liked the way it looked and it got very popular. But unfortunately, it is not very reliable. She ended up not listening to all the issues she probably heard about online, and now she has to deal with it herself. And I know a lot of the videos that we go over are normal everyday people, right? They're just sharing their personal experiences. But we could go over to the next clip with a mechanic telling us what vehicles we shouldn't buy. Somebody who does this for a living.
Every single customer that I have worked on has said, I regret buying these. I will never, ever buy another one. The first one is 2012 to 2022 Buick Encore with the 1.4 liter Ecotec Turbo. So now we're going to move on to SUV number 2. It is the 2006 to 2017 Jeep Patriot or Compass. I know there's a lot of Jeep guys out there that are really into Jeeps, but these ones are not the ones to buy. They're very unreliable and they don't age well. Now, SUV number 3 is going to be any of the Ford Expedition or Excursion with the 5.4...
What? The 5.4 3-valve? No way.
Yes, that one, guys. Now, the fourth SUV, Mrs. Wizard and I have actually had one before, but it wasn't for very long before we got rid of it. 2006 to 2010 Jeep Commander. Do you remember that one, Mrs. Wizard?
Oh yeah, that thing was terrible. It rained on top of us, literally on top of us.
Yes, it was really bad. SUV number 5 is 2001 to 2008 Chevy Trailblazer. Yes, those Trailblazers. And SUV number 6, which you guys already know about, is any Chevy Traverse, GMC Acadia, or Buick Enclave. Don't buy any of them. You say, well, which years are the worst? I would say all of them.
And unfortunately, we've seen examples of people buying that or the dealer trying to sell you on the new Acadia earlier in this video. But this clip is much longer, going into detail with each one of these SUVs. So it's not just random people with one-off stories saying that you shouldn't buy this or shouldn't buy that. This is somebody who dedicates their entire life, their entire career is dealing with fixing these types of vehicles. So I don't know about you, but I would stay away from these like it's the plague. But up next, we could go over the calculations on how much you should be making if you want to buy a brand new Honda CRV.
Let's see how much you need to make to comfortably afford a 2026 Honda CRV. So the model option we went with was the CRV all-wheel drive EX, and the total price for this came out to be right around $36,000. However, when you multiply it by some percent sales tax, you get a brand new total of around $39,000. After taking the final cost of the vehicle, adding 20% down, finance at 5% for a total of 60 months, you're left with a total monthly payment of around $590 a month. The typical average insurance cost for a Honda CRV is going to be right around $2,000 a year, so it's roughly going to be around $169 a month. However, insurance is going to vary for everyone. The average annual maintenance cost on a Honda CRV is going to be between $400 to $500, and this speaks volumes on Honda's reliability, so that's roughly going to be around $33 a month if you were to budget this out. And after we add everything up together, we're left with a total monthly payment of around $793 a month. And if you were to multiply this by 10%, you'll find your monthly gross income. Then multiply this by 12 to find your annual gross income. And you roughly should be making around $95,000 a year to be able to very comfortably afford a 2026 Honda CRV all-wheel drive EX.
And I don't think that happens much at all in the real world. When people start hitting that 6-figure mark, they immediately start going to the luxury dealerships. I'm gonna get a GLC 350. I'm not buying a Honda, I need to go get something luxurious. They stretch their budget too much, overspending, and if anything goes wrong in their life, an emergency, maybe they get laid off, that's how the repo man finds your car. But we're gonna finish off this video on a little bit of a positive note.
So almost a year ago, we got rid of our like brand spanking new 3rd row SUV car that was amazing. It had all of the features, all of the things, and we got rid of it for a car that is 20 years old, has over 100,000 miles, and has no car payment. And let me just tell you, there has been not one moment in this last year that I have ever regretted. 1, not having a car payment. 2, missing any of those nice features that came with that car. Like, I love my 20-year-old car so much. It is quite literally like become my dream car, because it just is like one less thing that I have to think about and worry about and stress about every month when I'm making my car payment.
And that's what I said earlier in the video. I feel like the less financial stress you could put on your life, the better life you'll have. I guess that's not the sentiment for most people. They just want to have nice, fancy things to show off to other people, but not being stressed out about the bills that come in every month or not having car payments or bills at all is definitely something that I would like more instead of a brand new GLS or something like that. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.